This week has been the Vineyard National Gathering. The people within the vineyard and friends from outside the vineyard have given us some amazing food for our souls. Jo Saxton, she's a prominent female church leader born to Nigerian parents, and she spoke of the joys and the trials of training leaders in a multicultural church. And it's something that I think it's really important to us right now, and as we look ahead. John and Debbie Wright, they're the national directors of the Vineyard in the UK and Ireland, and they're also the leaders of Trent Vineyard. They gave their insights regarding church in this season and beyond, and they commended us to do something. They said, ultimately, the person responsible for your relationship with Jesus is you. Pete Greig, he's the pastor and pioneer of the 24/7 prayer movement. He gave an amazing talk and he fixed our eyes on Jesus. And he said, he told us how to do that when our whole surroundings are just disorientating. He said, those whose hope is in Jesus will renew their strength. That's from Hebrews 40:31. Jordan Seng, he's the pastor of the Vineyard in Hawaii. And he spoke really honestly, describing how he's found this season difficult. And he gave some wonderful practical wisdom. One thing that he said, which I won't forget in a hurry, is he said, when you know what your priorities are, decision-making becomes a lot easier. Wow, what a great advice. We heard from Alexander Venter. He was the national director of the Vineyard in South Africa. He's written some of the best books I've ever read. Doing Church, you have to read the book, Doing Church. It's just an amazing book. And he gave a thick theological grounding for us at this time. In a session I went to his, he said that grace does not deny effort, but it does deny earning. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Chuck Freeland, he's planted around about 12, I think, church sites in Scotland in the last, few years. He's such an engaging speaker, and he reminded us that the Holy Spirit is not in lockdown. I mean, it was amazing. Now, some of those talks have already been listened to over 10,000 times. They only came out earlier on this week. And the good news is that you can listen to all 5 of the main session talks right now. There's a link to all of those talks on the main page of the Sheffield Vineyard website. Press that link, it will just take you to vineyardchurches.org YouTube channel, and you can listen to them all there. And look, my strong recommendation to you all is, as far as your circumstances allow, choose to ignore life's distractions and prioritize listening to those 5 talks with a notepad to one side and write down what God is saying to you as you listen, and then do it all. I just think this is so important for everyone. And I want everybody to be able to do this. I'm not sure if you don't have to do it like this week, but just do it as soon as you can. Don't rush it, but don't leave it, because the longer you leave, the less it feels like it's a priority. And I want you to make sure this is a priority. Okay. In other news, and I'm just going to rattle on by this all because I've taken up too much of your time already. Sunday services, we've made it really easy for you now to look at our Sunday services. You can look at them directly from the Sheffield Vineyard website. You just go to sheffieldvineyard.org and go to where it says live stream right at the top of the screen. At 10 a.m, you just press it and it's go, boom, it's right there. You can also watch all of our talks, previous talks on Facebook, at any time. You just go back there and listen to whichever talk you want. In fact, you listen to the whole service when you go to Facebook. But you can also listen and look at the whole back catalogue of all of our talks by going to the Sheffield Vineyard website. Somewhere on that you'll find something called Talks. In fact, it's dotted all over the place. You'll find it. Anyway, it takes you to the Sheffield Vineyard YouTube channel, and there are like hundreds of talks there. Last week, these last few weeks, you may know that we've been doing some fundraising. It's for the Brunswick Community School. It's a school where Sarah Wallace works. And it's for children who don't have a good computer to enable them to study from home at this time. We asked you to give about £2,000. And you gave more than £3,000. Like, you are amazing. You are so generous. And we're still counting out the final figures. You know, gift aid is good, but it makes things a little bit complex sometimes. But hopefully next week I'm going to be able to come back to you with a final figure. And I'm just so pleased, guys, that we're able to bless our communities in this way. I just think it's exactly what we should be doing at this time. So thank you so much. You're amazing. Life groups, okay, they've already started, but you can still join. It doesn't matter if you've missed them all already. You can still join now. Just head over to the Sheffield Vineyard website. At the top of the screen, you'll see life groups sign up. Some of them you can't sign up to because they're absolutely booked up already, but some of them are completely open for you to go along to. So just have a look at that. And then lastly, right now, we're going to be having a prayer meeting on Zoom. You know, the good thing is, before this lockdown, not so many people came along to our prayer meetings. Now, loads of people come along to our prayer meetings. Isn't it amazing? And it's so easy now just to log in for half an hour. We're going to pray for our church. We're going to pray for our city because we love our city. We want it to change for the glory of God. So if you want that, if you want to come and make an actual impact on our city and meet with God, having just listened to this service, then come and join us in prayer. It will be an amazing blessing to have you come with us. Right, that's it. Thanks very much indeed. And I'll catch you around next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.